If someone's really going through it and they're having a shitty time and they have a lot of dense energy that they don't know how to get rid of, and you want to help them, do you actually know how to help them? Do you know the most effective way to actually allow this person to let go of this energy and move on, feeling happy and refreshed and healed and thankful that you actually help them in some way instead of just being another voice in the wind like so many people are out there? That secret is to hold space. So it's really not that complicated. We tend to overcomplicate this process because we don't know how to actually help people through their problems and release this dense energy that they accumulate and that people hold on to. So think about it in your own life. When you are going through something, perhaps you've had some shit happen to you, perhaps you're really just, a couple things have happened and it's on your mind and you feel this dense heaviness in your body and you don't know what to do about it, you're feeling pretty destroyed and wrecked and you're not feeling happy about the situation. What do you think helps you get through that situation? So if you're like most people, you might realize that what really allows you to actually let go of this energy and heal from it is to express yourself. So to express yourself is to actually get rid of everything, to vent, and to allow yourself to release this energy from your body, which allows you to feel much lighter, much more energetic and happier after you do so. So unless you express yourself, this energy sort of gets trapped in your body and it ruins your perception, it taints your vision, it really makes your entire life in general just seem like a hellhole because you are holding on to this dense energy, which is sort of like a poison to your energetic body. So when someone else is going through it, it is very, very important to hold space for that person. So holding space is when you actually give someone an audience. So you give them your time, your presence, your attention, and just pretty much sit there with the person, allow them to go through their processes, allow them to vent, allow them to just say what they need to say and express themselves, to go through the motions. If they need to cry, if they need to shout, if they express anger, if they just go on a rant, allow them to go through what they need to go through, but be that strong, grounded presence in their lives that can sit there with them, that can acknowledge what they're going through, but without jumping in and offering your advice or counsel. So this is one of the main mistakes that people make when they're trying to help someone get through their shit. This is to jump in and offer advice when it is unwarranted and not needed. In fact, when you jump in and offer your advice to someone when it's unwarranted, this actually does more harm than good. And there's a reason for that. So as I was saying earlier, the art of healing, the art of letting go of these energies in your body comes through expression. So if you jump in and offer advice to someone who is really going through it and they're really going through their processes and expressing themselves, you are interrupting that process. You are stopping them, or more so preventing them from actually releasing these energies from the body and healing from whatever wounds that they're experiencing, whatever they're going through in their life. So when you hold space for someone, you do not want to jump in and interrupt. You don't want to jump in and offer advice, even if you think you're helping. Because I know it comes from a good intention and you probably think that you're helping. Most people think that they're helping. But the reality of the situation is that it usually does more harm than good. So instead of actually jumping in and offering advice and your counsel and trying to help them sort of develop a new perception of their problems or get through to the other side by giving them solutions, realize that the solution is in self-expression. So as long as you are a grounded presence in their lives, that you can hold the space, that you can just sit there with them for as long as it takes and actually just be there, just be that presence in their lives, be someone that they can trust, that they can let go of all of their energy with, that is what is going to do the most good for them. So often when you hold space for someone, it goes like this. So someone will be going through it, you open up a chat with them, you start talking to the person and you say, oh, hey, how's it going? What are you going through? You seem like you're a little bit down. And you really just open up that space and you want to make it clear that you're not judging them in any way, that you are being there as a friend for them. You're not being there as some sort of authority. They're not your client. You are a friend and you have that camaraderie, That is why they can connect with you on this level and actually express themselves, and they feel confident and trust you. So when you actually talk to them and you open up the space for them to express themselves, and you show that you are a grounded, non-judgmental presence in their lives, and you encourage them gently, softly, to express themselves and to talk about whatever they need to talk about, then often they will start talking. So when they start talking, you just want to be very silent. So you want to just maintain strong eye contact with them, just keep a good body language, good demeanor, be that powerful presence there, but in a good way. So not like you're overbearing, not like you're trying to take the attention or be some sort of authority in their lives. You're just being a powerful, assertive, controlled presence in their lives that they need at that moment, because they need someone to talk to. They need someone to facilitate the space to actually release their shit, and you need to be that person. You need to be that person in their life that actually sits there and can hold the space for them and allow them to go through their problems without being reactive or without judging them or without trying to jump in and offer advice. So when people see that you are that presence, they will start talking and then talking more. And what I find people regularly do when they're doing this, so they'll start talking a bit and getting into their problems, then they'll sort of stop maybe for a moment and look at you. So this is a moment they're sort of wondering where you are, if you're listening, if you're paying attention to them. And what you want to do is just maintain eye contact and not say a thing, at least for a few moments. Just keep maintaining eye contact, keep being that presence, keep holding the space, and just look at them like you are completely engaged and you're waiting for them to keep going. So when people feel that you are actually there for them and you're not just jumping in and saying, oh yeah, cool, I understand, whatever, or oh yeah, I think you should do this or do that, but you're just sitting there and listening to them, they will start talking again. And this time they'll start talking more and going deeper into their emotions and really start getting into it. So as long as you are there and you're holding the space for them by being that presence in their lives and being that, not authority, but being that just safe sanctuary for them to express themselves to, and you're not jumping in, you're making it very clear that this is their time in the spotlight, this is their time to talk about their problems, and that you are going to listen to everything and acknowledge everything, but you're not going to jump in and try and take the spotlight, they will start going deeper and deeper and deeper into their own shit. And often when they do this, and especially if you're holding the space well for them, they'll start to go into their emotional reactions. So the person might start crying, the person might start trembling, or you might start hearing some shakiness in their voice. They might start ranting and really starting to get angry or frustrated. They will start having some sort of emotional reaction, which is a very, very good sign that you are actually holding the space correctly and that you are helping them go through their processes because you are there and you're not jumping in. So when they go through this, and especially when they start going through an emotional reaction, this is the purge. This is them actually releasing these energies and getting rid of this shit that they're bottling inside themselves. So it is extra important to really just hold your ground right now and to just listen to them. Just listen to everything that they're saying. Just acknowledge it. Don't react. So as soon as you react, you're going to fuck up the entire process because this is a pretty sensitive time. So when you are holding the space for someone, you need to make sure that you are not going to react to it. So they can tell you anything in the world, they can tell you any secret, they can lay on the heaviest shit that they're feeling onto you, and you must not react. You need to just be present, you need to be grounded, you just need to be there for them. As soon as you react, you lose, they lose, it fucks up everything. So be non-reactive, but be attentive. Listen to what they're saying, but do not react to what they're saying. Maintain that composure, maintain that calmness, because when you are holding the space, it is your energy that this person's sort of taking on. So if you start sort of reacting to something, or you start panicking, or you start going, oh, whoa, like I don't know how to feel about this, guess what? That's going to make them feel, especially if they're energetically exposed right now. So they're going through the motions, they're getting shit out, they're releasing everything. They're in a vulnerable energetic state. So they are taking on your energy. If you are holding the ground and being composed and just calm and this powerful, strong, maintained presence in their lives, they are taking on that energy. They'll feel that from you, and they'll feel safe to keep going and to keep talking and to keep releasing everything that they are experiencing. So you need to make sure that you are that presence and that you are not going to react to what they're saying. So after they keep going, they'll go through their emotions, and sometimes this takes a couple minutes. It might take half an hour in some instances if they have a lot of stuff to talk about. But you just need to make sure that you're maintaining that attention. So they'll notice if you're sort of just sitting there but your mind's drifting off and you're thinking about other things, or you don't really care, or you're not really fully there. You need to be 100% there. Your mind needs to be 100% there. Every aspect of you needs to be with this person right now, because you are holding the space. You are setting the environment. You are setting the space for this person to actually express themselves. And if your mind is elsewhere and doing other things, then they're gonna feel that. You're not holding the space then. If you're thinking about something else, you are not holding the space, because holding the space requires you to be mentally and physically there for that person and energetically there in every possible way. So make sure that you're doing that, and just listen to them, listen to them go through all of their problems and their issues in life and talk about whatever they need to talk about. And you'll find that if you do this and you maintain that calmness and composure, what will happen is suddenly there'll just be this release. Poof, you'll feel it in the air. Suddenly everything's just going to feel light and calm. And suddenly there'll just be silence. And they'll just sit there for a moment. And you'll just sit there for a moment. And then they'll say, wow, I feel so much better. Wow, thank you for listening to me. Not too many people listen to me. Thank you for not jumping in or taking the spotlight. Thank you. So they will be very grateful, and you will actually feel the energy completely change, completely just flip. And that is all it takes to actually help someone get through their shit. It is, you don't need to offer advice, you don't need to be the therapist, you don't need to give them the secrets of the universe for their own problems. All you need to do is be there for them, and once they completely express everything that they need to express, you will see the difference. You will feel the difference. You will see how much better they feel after that interaction, and they will thank you for it. They will be genuinely grateful, because not too many people know how to actually just hold the space. Not too many people know how to just be that calming, soothing presence in someone's lives that encourages them or allows them to just express everything that they need to express. Because we do live in this super fast-paced society where everyone is always doing, everyone's always thinking, everyone's always active. So it really does require you to just sit back and to just be there, just be present, just be 100% present with that person and allow them to go through their processes. And again, I want to stress that you cannot be judgmental, you cannot react, you cannot go through your own sort of shit, because you are holding the space. And this is the same with ceremonies, right? So I'm not going to go down this road, maybe in another video, but in ceremonies, it's the exact same thing. You need to hold the space for people, especially if you are facilitating ceremonies, because people take on your energy. So the ceremony takes your energy, and if you are feeling anxious or nervous or afraid or confused, every person in that ceremony is going to feel that, because that is your ceremony that you're holding. That is your ceremony. So on a smaller scale, it's the same thing. If it's just one person that you're holding space for, that is your space. That is your environment. You are bringing that person into your world to reap some of the benefits of your calmness, of your composure, of your groundedness, and you're setting up the stage for them to actually really go through their shit, to release it all, and that allows them to process it, to release these energies from their body, and to naturally heal from it. And you will see how effective this process is, as long as you don't jump in, you don't try and offer advice. If you do, make sure it's at the end. Make sure it's after the energy has lifted and you feel it, and they've sort of said that, like they've verbally given you confirmation, oh, I feel a lot better now, I feel much better. Then you can have a discussion. Then you can talk about whatever you want to talk about, or their problems. But while they're going through it, while they're having an emotional reaction, while they're releasing these energies, you just need to be there for them. So this is the most powerful way that you can help someone get through their shit. Do not underestimate this, because holding space is so simple. It is so simple to do, but it is so powerful. It is so effective. And if you do it right, especially if you start training yourself to hold space and to allow people to go through their processes, you are going to see the difference that it makes in everyone's day-to-day lives, and how people can just release trauma like that, how people can just release these negative energies and the shit that they've accumulated throughout the past days or weeks or months or however long they've been carrying it, in an instant. As long as you are there for them, as long as you are that presence there for them. So thank you for listening, for watching this video. And yet, like, really, if you notice that someone is feeling down or someone's going through it or they're not their normal self, really practice just holding that space, setting up that environment of trust and generosity, just giving your own time and your own energy to someone else to allow them to go through their processes. Really start practicing this, because more people need to know how to hold space. More people need to know how to effectively help people through their problems, because if we all knew how to do this, we're going to live in a much nicer world. People won't be carrying so much shit on their shoulders for their entire lives because no one knows what to do about it. Thank you, brothers and sisters. I hope you're all having a great day. Take care of yourselves. Thank you very much.